Comedy Time presents Comedy Brew, a delicious mix of short, fast, funny, featuring today's most hilarious comedians. So crank up the volume and switch off the light, and get ready to enjoy the sweet, fresh taste of comic goodness.
What's up, Comedy Time viewer? Before you view this next clip, I need you to have your game face on. Is it there? Do you have it? It should look like this. Enjoy your next comic.
So all my buddies, all my friends, they're starting things now called, what do you call them, families? They're all having babies, right? My buddy calls me up the other day to brag to me that he's having his third kid. And I was like, dude, congratulations. It's a really wonderful thing you're doing for the environment. I'm glad I recycle. You're creating 30,000 tons of diapers. Yeah. I asked my buddy, you got to keep that stuff to yourself. But I said to my friend, I go, look, I know you're going to be excited. I know you're really excited about this baby. But can you please just do me one favor? When you send me that first picture of your baby, when you email it to me, can it please not be from the first minute of that child's life? Have you guys gotten this email yet where the baby's all like red and blotchy and its face is smashed into the blankets? And there's simultaneously ooze and crust coming off of this thing. Looks like a sumo wrestler from Pushing Out, right? Because I'm like, look, that is not a beautiful baby. That's a disgusting monster. If you put a mirror in front of that baby, he'd be like, I'm ugly. Yeah. Crazy. There's always a second picture that comes with that one if you've gotten it. It's like the mom, she's sitting in the hospital bed, right? Holding the baby. She looks like a train wreck, doesn't she, ladies? She's been like screaming and yelling for 18 hours. But she thinks just because she's holding this little red worm, it makes up for it. And I know the ladies are like, I am saving that for a year and I'm gonna send it right back to her. Next to her in the picture is always like my new dad friend, and he looks a little bit something like this. Like this guy has just seen the apocalypse. The beautiful love of his life has been screaming and yelling at him for 18 hours, right? In her arms, she holds this little miracle, this little red devil. Very first act in this child's entire life was to come out and destroy its daddy's favorite toy. Oh, you're appalled. He had to watch it. Hey guys, these are stressful times we live in, and if you find yourself getting stressed, just say to yourself what I say to myself whenever I'm freaking out. Just remember this, life is short. I'm not. I'm Bronston Jones. Thanks, guys.
What if I told you this next Comedy Time comedian is also an astronaut? He isn't, but wouldn't that be cool?
So I am also an ethnic minority, people with red hair. It's tough. Guys can't be cool, sexy, with red hair. A woman will never describe her ideal man as tall, pale, and ginger. There'll never be a red-haired 007. Your new gadget, Bond, it's a pen. Twist the top, out comes SPF 50. Because 100 years ago, it was cool, sexy to be pale. Suntan meant common, worked in the fields. 19th century women would have looked at me, been like, I wouldn't mind a piece of that white translucent arse. I was flying over from New York, got pulled aside for the additional security check. The guy's like, sir, anyone could be a terrorist. Really? Anyone? Me? on an Afghanistan terrorist training camp. Not in that sunlight. Was Iranian President Mahmoud Ahmadinejad repeated this week, there are no homosexuals in Iran. Really? Really, Mahmoud? This is the guy who makes all Iranian women cover their faces so he only sees men. I think we found one homosexual in Iran. But what's the problem with this guy? He can make Iranian women wear anything he wants, and he's covering them up. Till if I was Iranian President Tehran, it'd be like a Snoop Dogg video. I've got no problems with the burqa, but don't put it on hot, sexy women. Put it on ugly people. I should have to wear a burqa, not some 20-year-old Iranian chick. If I was Iranian President, Tehran would have looks checkpoints. Be like, hot, hot, burqa.
I found God this week. It was really cool. I found God on MySpace. And yeah, he does not want to be my friend. How messed up is that? I know, right? I'm still awaiting approval from the Lord. Satan signed right up, though. It's crazy. So what else can I tell you guys about? My dad is a doctor, and so people always assume that I'm rich just because Dad's a doctor. He actually doesn't have a lot in common with other doctors. The only thing that he shares as far as stereotypes go is the handwriting. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? Like, I've known the man my whole life. Well, obviously, I've known him my whole life, but he sent me a Christmas card, and I literally had to take it to a pharmacist. I was like, but I got Valium, so it was awesome, you know? Like, yeah, it helps with the quitting smoking. That's all I'm saying. So anyways, I went home for Christmas, and that was great because I got to see a lot of my friends that have been friends since I was 12. And I don't know if you guys have friends of those opposite sex where you're kind of like brother and sister, but not really, but no matter what, you're never like, you know, winky winky or anything like that. Like, it's just, that's the relationship you have, because some of you are looking at me like, I would totally hump my friend. I don't know what you're talking about. But anyways, my friend John is like that, and he freaked me out because he crossed a boundary that I didn't know that maybe we needed to have a little chit-chat about. Yeah, he walked in on me in the shower and just starts talking to me. Like I'm not naked in the shower, you know, just walks in and rips back the shower curtain, and he goes, hey, I was thinking we could see a movie at like 3:45. What do you think? I think I'm naked. Maybe we could talk about this later. He goes, Alysia, I don't care. I've seen you naked before. I'm like, that was 14 years ago. I have grown since then. And he said, not much. So I thought it was really funny when he went to jail. That's the kind of friendship that we have. That is correct. But I felt bad because it was his birthday, and I wanted to get him a card, and I didn't know what kind of a card you get somebody when they're in jail on their birthday. So I was like, all right, so I got him one of those Monopoly get-out-of-jail-free cards, right? And I took it down to the jail, and like an idiot, I showed the guard. Like, they didn't have to search me or anything. I just whipped it out and was like, look, bet you never seen one of these before. I'm gonna give this to my friend. And they took it from me. They actually confiscated a Monopoly card at the jail. And I was freaking out, you know what I'm saying? I was like, well, like he's gonna cash it in or something. Are the guards that dumb? Because I can't believe that there'd be somebody on the government's payroll so stupid that they're gonna go, oh, okay, all right. Well, by the power invested in me by Parker Brothers, go and be free. That's my guard impression. Yeah, I don't know. It would be awesome if they would give it to him and release him just so I could watch the news. Because that would be an awesome news report, just to watch a reporter go, thank you, Bob. An inmate was released today from jail on a Monopoly card. Currently, he's headed southbound on the freeway in a 1947 pewter thimble. That's right, Bob. Sources say he's headed for a crack house on Baltic Avenue. Back to you. But of course, that'll never happen, and we all know that'll never happen. Because there's going to be at least one guy on payroll between the front door and the cell block that's not an idiot. At least one guy is going to go, all right, nice try, buddy. I'm not stupid. You got to roll doubles.
Hi, I'm Mary Patterson, and you're watching Comedy Time. You know those people that sometimes tell you this long, boring, pointless story, and you feel like they're never going to get to the end? It's like, get on already, come out with it. Yeah. This next comic's not like that. Thank goodness.
Well, I know what you're thinking, and before this becomes an issue, I'm just going to address it. The politically correct term is Asian American. So you can all relax now. So apparently, Asian people have a really bad reputation for driving. Can you believe this? I have to say that I'm Asian and I am a horrible driver. I just shift to go and I just hope for the best. But what I love about this is that it gives me an excuse. So I ran over a pedestrian the other day, and he got up, he was like, "What the?" "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize you're Asian." I should have looked where I was going. What am I doing in the crosswalk? Yeah, so please, keep it coming. So I was in the grocery store a couple days ago, and this guy taps me on the shoulder in line. He's like, hey, do you know Debbie? No. He's like, oh, you must know her, Little Debbie. She played an Ewok. I was like, excuse me, sir, but I'm sorry. The only Little Debbie I know happens to be a cupcake. But hey, you must know my neighbor Steve, because he's also not so bright.
I'm not a fighter. I'm not a lover either. I'm not good with the way. My ex-girlfriend said to me one time, she goes, "I want to make love 7 times tonight." And I was like, all right, I got to call 6 friends. Seriously, I even looked at Viagra. I was like looking into it. I'm like, I'm gonna try this stuff, cause like it makes you like Superman, you know? It's like you're just you're erectile functional. And I was looking at it and I was like, hey, I'm gonna try this. And then on the box it said, you might experience an erection for 4 hours, and if you do, contact the doctor immediately. I'm like, contact? I'll end up banging the doctor too. You give me a 4-hour erection, I'm gonna put that thing in anything. I'm gonna put it in the bus driver on the way to the doctor's. I'm gonna put it in a birdhouse, a blender. I'm gonna stir with it. I'm gonna go down to the local baseball field and be like, batter up, come on, we're guys. You give me something for 4 hours, I'm gonna play with it for about 3. I mean, I'm gonna make banjo sounds with it, boing, boing, boing.
Hi, I'm Mary Patterson, and you're watching Comedy Time. If funny were a crime, this next comic would be on death row. You know, like, 'cause he's so funny.
I like halal food. I like halal food. I like the way it's put. I like the way it tastes. The only thing, it just runs through your stomach too fast. You go to the bathroom and blow it up. You get caught at the wrong time, and you be all messed up. Like you get caught if you're outside of your house. See, that when you're home, you drop a load real comfortable. When you're home, you take off all your clothes and take a doodle. You're like, oh, woo. All right. Or you put your shirt underneath your head. You're like, oh, boy. Yeah. The door is wide open. You don't even need anything to read at home because you just count the tiles on the floor. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. If you get caught at work, it's a little bit uncomfortable and strange. You work on the 3rd floor, you take a doodle on the 5th floor. You don't want nobody in your department knowing your stomach is bubbling. You go up there and you go in the last stall, the wheelchair stall at that. There's no wheelchair employees in here, so I'm going to make myself at home. You grab yourself your little butt tissue, this right here, some of y'all have seen before in y'all life. That's why I guess you call it butt tissue, this right here. Where's the instructions to this thing? Because I don't know how to use this thing. Is this inside out, upside down? I don't know how to use it. Are you supposed to tear a hole in this or just lay it right on the toilet seat and then let the doodle break it when you're sitting? I don't know how. I'm confused. I've been doing it wrong all these years. All I know, I'm sitting in this stall nervous, real nervous. You know you're nervous? Because you constantly stare through a little crack in the door. You gotta look underneath the lock. Who's there? Who's that? Like, who's in there? And to catch the full body, you gotta look to the right and to the left to catch the full person. That look like Edgar. He working accountant. What is he doing up here? But the funny thing is, the person that comes to the bathroom after you is just as nosy as you are, because they try to look through the mirror to recognize whose shoes is in the stall. Ooh, nice shoes. What did he eat? Boy, it's terrible.
You know, this is Los Angeles, so I want to get this set right away, because I know you're all thinking this, because, LA and all, but these are real. See? You were wondering, weren't you? I knew it. Oh, it's so good. The weather's warming up. I love warm weather. I love to go to the beach, although I went to a beach in Florida, and I saw this woman breastfeeding her child in the water. Now, I got nothing against women breastfeeding anywhere they want. That's fine. Totally. It's perfectly natural. But I'm just thinking for the kid, because she was like waist deep in the water and all that sea water, and I'm thinking, now that kid is going to grow up liking margaritas. Kid's going to be like, I don't know why, but I've always liked that salty taste around the rim of my beverages. It's getting warm. I love the warm weather. I did some shows for the troops in Iraq in July. Thank you. Thank you. Because if you're going to go to Iraq, July is the time. Not as many tourists. It was really nice. It was so cool. It was one of the best experiences of my life. But I'm telling you, the language thing was weird. And I don't mean the people over there, I mean the soldiers, because any of you guys that know military people, they speak entirely in acronyms. The person I'm supposed to meet up with is my POC, point of contact. Their dining facilities, the DFAC. They're like, all right, we're going to take you to your POC, we're going to the FOB, we're going to the DFAC, and I'm like, could I talk to the Arab guy? The whole time I was there, I felt like going, come on, use your words. Use your words. It was cool, though. I love doing it, because I'm not really a political humorist. I think they're all crooked. I don't think, Democrat, Republican, red state, blue state, I think they're all crooked. Right? Especially the one running for president, because think about it, the person that wants to be president wants to be the leader of the free world. They got some power issues. I think if you want to be president of the United States, you should be automatically excluded. I think from now on, the presidency of the United States should be determined somewhat like jury duty. One day you just walk out to your mailbox, I gotta be president next month. Maybe I can call in sick.
Hello, this is the president. I don't feel very well.
Some people say laughter is the best medicine. Those people have never been hit by a bus. Thanks for watching Comedy Time.
So I got in trouble with my credit card recently. American Express told me to start leaving home without it, is what they did. I finally got them paid off, thank God. They call you every day. You ever been in debt? They call you every day. And they have these ladies, and they call up, and they got these weird things they say. This lady called me up, and she said, perhaps you've overlooked the fact that you owe us money. And I said, well, perhaps you've overlooked the fact that I don't have any money. I wouldn't be using your damn credit card, now would I? And I wish you'd think about that before you call me again, too. 'Cause I use this phone for important business. So one lady called me up and said, we were worried you weren't going to pay us. And I said, well, if you're worried about it, then there's no sense in me bothering myself with it. I appreciate you taking that monkey off my back. I got a new dog. Actually, it's a used dog. Clean late model, one owner. Got him at the dog thing. He loves to chase the ball. This dog will chase a ball. You can throw a ball for 100 miles. This dog will chase that ball, get that ball, bring it back almost 100 miles except for 10 feet, and then stop and stand there with the ball and look at it. It's like, what, do you got a problem with depth perception, dog? What the hell's going on here? And they say you can tell what your dog's thinking by looking at him. When I'm looking at my dog, and that dog's thinking, what? This dog knows nothing. I think dogs are your man's best friend because they can't talk. And what, with that sense of smell, you wouldn't want to hear what they got to say anyhow. Cats don't need to talk. Dogs would be cool to talk. I'd like to have the dog talk. Cats, they don't need to talk. They don't do anything. Dog protects your house. Cat doesn't protect your house. You come home, there's nothing left but the coffee table. The cat's going to be sitting on it going, man, we got ripped off really bad. You ought to get a dog.